Hello and welcome to Either Or. I'm your host, davidinark. I should say welcome back to Either Or. I'm not going to be able to do the face cam with this because I am still in Washington, D.C. at training for the company I work for. But I thought it would be kind of fun to get in here and play some Either Or, and let's see what happens. I have no idea what this sounds like, or where the microphone should be, or where the microphone is. This is your old pal davidinark losing its freaking mind. Okay, would I rather sue a charity organization and win, or sue a corrupt organization and lose? Here's the problem. There are quote unquote, charity organizations that are actually corrupt. So I would probably rather, I would rather sue a corrupt organization and lose, because at least I know I went after a corrupt organization either way. Now, I don't know if that's been recording anything. Guess we'll find out when I'm done with this. Okay, so that's a near split. However, most people would rather sue a charity organization. And of course, I get the hiccups right when I'm recording. Yay me! Okay, here we go. Okay, got it. What? No. Would you rather randomly go limp or be deaf? So is this kind of like narcolepsy without going to sleep? Or would I rather be deaf? To be honest, I think I would rather be deaf, and I'll tell you why. Because if I were deaf, then I would be deaf. I mean, I'm assuming this is all the time. So now the little subtext thing here says it could happen at any time and it's not preventable, but that's not the way this reads. So would it just be random deafness? Well, you know what? Either way, I would still take that. If I were deaf all the time compared to randomly going limp, at least I could live in that environment knowing that was going to be a constant. Now, the other side of that is, even if it was a random deafness, I would much rather randomly not be able to hear anything, because A, I could still communicate normally, and B, when it happens, I would be able to communicate the fact that, hey, this happened. Whereas if I just suddenly went limp and I was a pile of mush on the ground, that's not good for anybody. All right, so there we go. Wow, most people would rather go limp. More power to you. All right, would I rather perform petty thievery for a living or perform grand larceny for a living? And the subtext says, who knows if you will get caught. So getting caught is not really part of this. It's just, would you rather steal little things for a living or steal big things for a living? Frankly, I'd rather do neither one for a living. But I guess, I don't know. I guess I would do petty for no reason whatsoever other than, I don't know. It's the small things in life that are worth more or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, well, most folks would rather do grand larceny. Well, more power to you. All right. Ooh, would you rather stop using YouTube or stop using Facebook? Now, here's the funny thing about that. I use YouTube. Okay, so this is YouTube equals any video sharing website. Facebook equals any social media network. No videos on Facebook either. Okay, so here's my thing about this. So basically, which is really weird. So basically it's saying, would you rather stop reading videos or stop reading Facebook? I mean, I guess, or not just Facebook, but any social media. I don't know. This is worded very strangely. So you know what? I'm going to take it at face value. I don't care what it says. Would I rather stop using YouTube or stop using Facebook? Here's my thing about that. I use these two for completely different things. Yes, I do have a Facebook page for davidinark. And if you've been there, you know it's very sparsely populated. I don't do a lot over there. I need to work on that. By the same token, this used to be my personal YouTube channel, but obviously I've turned it into something that I'm hoping develops into a full-time thing. So, which would I rather do? I'll be honest. I could probably turn off Facebook and not really think twice about it. I mean, it would be tough for me. I interact a lot with friends and family on Facebook, but I could live without Facebook. Yeah, so could most other people. There you go. All right. Only dance the Charleston or only dance the Macarena? Wow. Okay. I would probably only rather dance the Charleston because at least it's kind of, movie and scatty and the Macarena, it's the same, like 6 moves or 5, no. Well, and I'm sure the Charleston is too if you break it down, but break it down for me, fellas. No, I'll do the Charleston. I'm old school, remember? I'm an old man. I know what the Charleston is. I was not around when the Charleston was invented. Don't even go there. All right. Ooh, would you rather have no family or have no friends? Here's the thing. Wow, that's a tough one because on the one hand, I know lots of people, well, not lots of people. I know people. That's it. I just know people. No, I know people who have lost all of their family members, obviously except themselves. However, they have a wonderful family. I mean, a wonderful base of friends that they depend on and hang out with, and their friends basically become their family. You could have family that you don't like. Right? If you had family that you didn't get along with, and you had no friends, then you would be pretty much completely alone. So if I had to pick one, I would have to say no friends. I mean, I'm sorry, but right now, my family's everything to me. So I'm just going to say no friends. So most people would agree. So. That's a tough choice either way, but if I have to pick, I'm going with family. Ohana, man. All right. Oh, this is a good one. Would you rather be killed in a Saw movie or be killed in a Final Destination movie? Man, what's great about this is that the reasons for being in the situation you're in each movie is so different. If you're not familiar with the movies, the Saw movie series, the reason why people die in the Saw movie series, well, in the good versions of the Saw movie series, there's always an escape for that person, but it's got to be it's related to a perceived wrong that person has done, right? So if I were in one of Jigsaw's traps, then it's because whatever I did, whatever I was doing, Jigsaw, I say Jigsaw, but Jigsaw perceives that as a sin, quote unquote, and so therefore I have to work through that in order to escape. So I don't know if I were doing something, like let's take one of the Saw movies where like even in the original one with a girl, oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't think what her name is. Anyway, where she was a junkie, and she had to get the key to unlock the head thing, the headgear that was attached to her head, and that meant digging into the eye of this other guy. But she was able to escape at the very last minute. And really, if you look at, again, the good Saw movies, I'm spending a lot of time on this, but if you look at the good Saw movies, there is a chance for escape or an alternative way to solve the puzzle if you don't necessarily go the direct route. In Final Destination, you were supposed to die, and you escaped, and death comes and finds you, and usually it's like crazy, just out of the blue, weird death stuff, like you were supposed to die in a car accident, and instead a roller coaster flies off the tracks 3 miles away, flies through the air, and decapitates you. I would tell you, I think I would choose Final Destination because, it says be killed. So, like, you're not going to survive either way, right? So I'm going to say Final Destination. Okay, that was way too long. Oh, sorry. All right. Okay, so would you rather have a tapeworm that eventually kills you or have AIDS? What? I don't even know. Where do people come up with this stuff? Well, here's the thing. You could actually live with AIDS, or at least with the HIV. So even if you had AIDS and you were taking the proper medication, heck, these days, it doesn't say have AIDS and eventually die. So the other side of that coin is we all die. So, do you want to be by tapeworm or decapitation by roller coaster that flew off the tracks 2 miles away, or getting trapped in a jigsaw puzzle, or, whatever. I'm going to say AIDS. Whatever. That's 50-50. Wow, 50-50. Okay. Ooh, would you rather be a famous country singer or a famous blues guitarist? Oh, that's a tough one. Man, honestly, I would probably rather be a famous country singer. I'd rather be a famous country singer. I was going to say, you've heard me sing if you've been watching the channel. I'm not saying it's pretty. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Anyway, I'll be a country singer. Oh, I should not do these. I really should not do these. Okay, I have no idea how long I've been doing this, so we'll do a few more. Make out with Golem or hook up with Beetlejuice from the movie, as opposed to what? I have no idea. Okay, neither one. Neither one. I'm not even going to pick one of those. I'm not going to make out with either one of those. Oh, you know what? What the heck with it? So what? I have no idea. What Golem is that? Is that the creature from the Rings, right? Precious, right. Or there's Beetlejuice. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. On this one, I'm going to pick what I think most people picked, and I will bet most people picked Beetlejuice. I bet that's what they picked. There you go. So that's why I picked it, because I figured most people did. So, would I rather work 10 hours a day, 4 days a week, or 8 hours? Easy. I would much rather work 10 hours a day for 4 days a week. Actually, I would rather work like 13 hours a day for 3 days. That's what I'd rather do, because then the rest of the days, I could make videos. That may be sad, but that's the truth. So anyway, where I work, we work 4 10-hour days in the summers, and it is much better. I love having the long weekend or getting the day off in the middle of the week, depending on how things divide up. I love having 4 days a week. 4 days a week. Would I rather toilet paper a house or egg a house? I would rather... egg a house, and I'll tell you why. Because I've done both in my lifetime. And eggs are way easier to throw and to get to do what you want them to do. Toilet paper, can have a mind of its own. You go to throw the roll and it's going here and it's going there. I'm gonna say egg the house. Okay, I'm gonna do one more and then we'll call this good. Ooh, and we're gonna end on a deep discussion. Never be able to feel emotions or never be able to express emotions. Ooh, that's okay. So would it be okay? So I could not feel emotions, but I could express them. So even if I didn't feel sad, I could look sad. I have no idea under what circumstances that would come in handy at all. I guess let's just say a dog got run over in front of me. Bam. Okay. So I might not feel anything, but I could express the sadness that I know you're supposed to feel, as opposed to feeling sad that the dog died, but not being able to express that. And I'm assuming that means that you like facially express. I mean, like I could express I'm sad. I'm assuming I could say that. So I think I would rather I think I would rather never be able to express emotions, and I'll tell you why. Because internally, I would know that I was feeling sad even if my face and my expressions could not convey that. I would know that I was happy or sad or excited or whatever the emotion was. If I couldn't feel it at all, I would be so fake. I would have to fake the fact that I felt happy about something or sad or mad. So I would rather feel those things and not be able to express that rather than not feel them but express them falsely. So that's what I'm going with. And again, way too long on one question, but there you go. So there it is. That is either or. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you enjoyed the video and if you like this series, hit the like button if you would. Feel free to leave any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories down in the comment section down below. Ah, my goodness. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate no matter how many people watch. No matter how many people like a video, dislike a video, the fact that you watched it at all, it means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. Of course, I would rather, speaking of would you rather, I would rather you enjoyed them and that you did like them. But I know, not everybody's going to, but I definitely appreciate the fact that you take time out to watch the stuff that I put out there. So thank you guys so much. It means a whole lot to me, and I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.